Alright guys, how's it going? We're taking a look at the French tanks right now, looking at the top 3 French tanks that I recommend you should buy on the War Thunder sale anniversary that is going on right now. Keep in mind these are my personal recommendations and tanks that I have played a lot, that I know a bit about. There are tanks obviously that are probably just as good if not better, but I do not have enough experience and I'm not going to recommend you something that I don't know enough about. Starting off, we're going with the Beast, the B1 tier. This boy has been a menace in the game forever. Recently got a BR increase from 2.3 to 2.7, so the menace part is a little bit not as apparent now, but it is a fun little, what do we say, seal clubbing, noob grinding tank to pick on new players. Its armor is insane. You angle this, you're going to bounce shots. It does have the 2 guns, so you get 2 shots. Obviously, this turret doesn't really move much, so you want to make sure you're facing forward. So the dual shot capability is pretty neat. You know, you can fire 2 shells. They take different caliber, but it is a fun tank. It is a fun little tank just to tank around in. You know, unless people know how to kill you, or you're in a top tier game and you're the bottom tier, you're gonna have a fun time in this. You're gonna go around and pop little new player tanks and have fun and laugh and think you're cool, and this will do just that. Like I said, it did get a BR increase, so it's not as popular as it used to be, but it is a fun little tank, and a good little seal clubber is the best word we're going to use to describe that. Moving on to the next tank, which I find to be very good, one of the better 9.0 tanks you can get, is the AMX-30 Super. If you were to get a top-tier French tank to grind out the tree, earn you some lions, the AMX-30 Super is really good. It's a fast boy. It gets around. It has a good gun. It's just good. Just like the Leo, it's one of the better tanks I feel you can get up at the 9.0 package for nations, for getting your grind on. You know, a good $60 tank, which now would be $30, to help you grind out a nation or earn some lions. This little guy is useful. Like I said, he gets around well, has good mobility. The gun's very nice. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's kind of what you want at higher BRs. You want the mobility and you want a good gun, because armor is not going to save you. But I do recommend it. I do think it's good. It's got some good multipliers on it, and it's a very fun tank. Last but not least, my favorite French tank, and one of my favorite tanks in the game, is the Samua SM. I mentioned this in a previous video with my top 3 tanks that I love of all time, and this is in there. This bad boy has a mech behind him. Oh god, that's scary, dude. Anyway, this bad boy with its interclip reload and its little chamber up top that allows you to shoot, I believe it's 9 shells. It could be 8, I might be wrong. I apologize if I am. But basically, you have a 4-second reload between those 8 or 9 shells, and you can just pop off. This tank is an amazing flanker. You pop behind the enemy flank, there's like 3 or 4 tanks kind of hunkered down, even 2 tanks. You pop one, maybe the other guy doesn't notice, or they do. They got 4 seconds to kill you. As long as you know where to shoot that tank and you have a good shot, they got 4 seconds, they're dead too. Rinse and repeat on to the next every 4 seconds. I mean, you can do some real damage. I mean, you can easily kill, 3 or 4 tanks in about 9 to 12 seconds in reaction time. As like I said, as long as you're good at the tank and you know where to hit the other tank to one-shot it, you can just inflict carnage, man. And it's insane. The ability for this to just deal out damage and knock tanks out. I've had times, I think the most I've ever done is like 5 or 6 tanks getting on a flank with this thing and just popping them all out. Now, its armor is abysmal, and it's very easy to get ammo racked if people shoot you in the turret, because the ammo is stored right here. So right turret side is the best spot to, that's where the clip is. That is the best spot to take this bad boy out. Right here, shoot it, ammo rack, it's dead. So that's one major flaw, and a lot of French tanks kind of have turret weakness issues. But aside from that, you don't play this like a brawler. You get around and you're sneaky, cheeky, breaky boy, and you are just popping people one shot and cleaning up. It is phenomenal. I love it, and I think it's useful for a good while, even above 7.3. I mean, you can be in an 8.3 game, and this thing can still do work. It is by far my #1 recommendation for French tanks. If you can get them on sale with the premium discounts they have right now, I highly, highly recommend it. Thank you guys for watching the video. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have other tanks that you'd recommend people to get that are on sale that I didn't mention here? Please let me know down below. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later, guys.